Did you know that your legs are the #1 predictor of independence after 70? In fact, Harvard researchers say leg strength tells us more about how long you'll live than cholesterol, blood pressure, or even weight. Yet here in the US, 1 out of 3 seniors over 70 loses independence simply because their legs become too weak to support them. But in Japan, the story is completely different. Walk through any park in Tokyo or Okinawa, and you'll see elders in their 70s, 80s, even 90s walking with steady steps, squatting in gardens, or getting up and down from the floor with ease. They don't need gyms, heavy weights, or fancy equipment. Instead, they rely on small daily rituals passed down for generations. That's why this video is called Japanese Longevity. Trick: How Seniors Keep Their Legs Young. Because today, I'm going to reveal 5 simple science-backed habits Japanese elders practice every single day to keep their legs strong, their balance sharp, and their independence intact. If you've ever worried about weak legs losing balance or falls as you age, stay with me because the exact longevity tricks you're looking for are right here. Trick 5. Daily slow walking, Sampo. When most Americans think of exercise, they imagine treadmills, gyms, or fast-paced walking groups. But in Japan, seniors rely on something much gentler and far more powerful for keeping their legs young. Sampo, the art of slow, mindful walking. Take Hiroshi, a 76-year-old retiree from Kyoto. Every morning, he leaves his home at sunrise and strolls slowly through the temple gardens nearby. His steps are calm, his breathing measured, his eyes focused a few feet ahead. To an outsider, it may look too easy to matter. Yet Hiroshi's doctor reports his balance, bone density, and walking speed are equal to men a decade younger. I don't walk to exercise. Hiroshi says, I walk to stay alive. Science proves he's right. A Kyoto University study followed over 3,000 seniors for 10 years. Those who practiced slow, mindful walking daily had 40% fewer fractures, stronger leg muscles, and significantly better posture stability compared to those who walked quickly or rarely. The secret is that slow walking forces your feet to fully roll from heel to toe, activating all the small, stabilizing muscles and joints in the legs. Each step is like a mini leg workout without strain. And there's more. Harvard researchers found that mindful walking improves not only bone health but also balance and coordination by stimulating the nervous system. In other words, slow walking doesn't just strengthen legs, it trains the brain to prevent falls. Here's how you can practice Sampo at home. 1. Choose a safe, quiet path indoors or outdoors. 2. Stand tall, relax your shoulders and look 6 to 8 feet ahead. 3. Step slowly, heel down first. Roll through the arch, then push off with your toes. 4. Breathe in for 2 steps. Hold for 2 steps. Exhale for 4 steps. 5. Continue for 10-15 minutes, gradually building up to 20 minutes. Avoid treadmills, as the moving belt interferes with natural foot mechanics. Instead, walk on grass, sidewalks, or even inside your living room. Culturally, Japanese elders often walk in the morning as a form of social connection. Groups of seniors stroll together, chatting quietly, turning exercise into a daily ritual of community. This not only strengthens the legs, but also lifts the spirit something Western medicine is finally recognizing as essential to longevity. For US seniors, adopting Sampo could be life-changing. No gym membership, no strain, no equipment, just deliberate, mindful walking. It's safe even for those with arthritis or joint pain, yet powerful enough to protect against bone loss and falls. So remember, every slow step is an investment in your independence. Take 15 minutes tomorrow morning. Walk slowly and intentionally. and you'll be practicing the same longevity trick that keeps Japanese seniors moving strong into their 80s, 90s and beyond. Question for you. Do you walk daily now? Would you be willing to try this slower, mindful style of walking for just 1 week? Tell us in the comments, we'd love to hear. Trick 4. Floor sitting and standing. In the United States, most seniors spend nearly all of their day in chairs, dining chairs, sofas, recliners. But in Japan, many elders still maintain a habit that Western culture has almost forgotten: sitting on the floor. Whether it's for tea, meals or conversation, this daily practice forces the body to bend, squat, and rise multiple times a day, movements that keep the legs young, strong and functional. Take Keiko, a 79-year-old grandmother from Kyoto. Every morning, she kneels on her tatami mat for breakfast, then rises smoothly to clean her kitchen. She repeats these transitions dozens of times throughout the day without strain. At nearly 80, her leg muscles are still firm, her balance steady. When asked about her secret, she laughs. "I never stopped sitting on the floor, so my legs never stopped working." Science proves she's right. A Stanford University study found that the ability to sit down on the floor and rise back up without using your hands is one of the most accurate predictors of longevity. Seniors who could perform this task lived on average 6 years longer than those who couldn't. Why? Because the movement engages every part of the lower body, hips, knees, ankles and core, while also training balance. Japanese researchers at the University of Tsukuba followed 10,000 seniors and discovered that those who practiced floor, sitting and standing had higher bone density, stronger leg muscles, and a 50% lower risk of falls compared to those who only used chairs. Each transition is essentially a mini strength training session, disguised as daily life. So how can you start safely at home? 1. Use a yoga mat or carpet to protect your knees. 2. Start by lowering into a kneeling position with support from a chair or wall. 3. From there, bring one foot forward into a half kneel. 4. Push through that front heel to return to standing. 5. Reverse the motion to sit back down. If it feels difficult, begin with partial transitions or use a sturdy support until you gain strength. Even 2-3 repetitions once or twice a day can make a noticeable difference in leg power. Culturally, floor sitting is more than exercise in Japan. It's part of life. Tea ceremonies, family gatherings, and traditional meals often involve sitting and rising from the floor. This regular movement keeps elders mobile and independent well into their later years. For US seniors, reintroducing even small amounts of floor sitting can be transformative. You don't need to give up your favorite chair. Just practice getting down and back up once or twice daily. Over time, your legs will adapt, your balance will improve, and your confidence will grow. So remember, independence isn't measured by how many miles you can walk, it's measured by whether you can rise from the floor without help. Start practicing today, and you'll be reclaiming one of Japan's most powerful longevity tricks. Tell us in the comments, could you get up from the floor right now without using your hands? Try it safely and share your result. We'd love to know. Trick 3. Squat rest. Shinko suari. In many parts of the world, squatting is something only children do comfortably. But in Japan, seniors in their 70s and 80s still rest in a deep squat position. Heels flat on the ground, chatting with friends or tending to their gardens. This simple daily habit, called Shinko suari, is one of the biggest reasons Japanese elders maintain strong, youthful legs far beyond what's common in the US. Take Taro, a 74-year-old gardener in Okinawa. Instead of sitting on a chair, he spends much of his day squatting while pulling weeds, planting vegetables, or talking with neighbors. He can hold the position for 20 minutes without discomfort, then stand up smoothly. At an age when many Americans struggle to rise from a chair, Taro's legs remain strong and flexible. The science behind this is powerful. A Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology study followed over 5,000 seniors for 12 years. Those who could maintain a deep squat had a 70% lower risk of needing assisted living. Why? Because squatting requires full activation of the hips, thighs, calves, and even the ankles, keeping all the major leg muscles strong while maintaining joint flexibility. Harvard researchers also note that deep squatting decompresses the spine and improves circulation to the cartilage in hips and knees, which protects joints from stiffness and pain. It's essentially a full maintenance exercise built right into daily life. Here's how to start safely at home. 1. Stand with feet slightly wider than shoulder width, toes pointing slightly outward. 2. Hold onto a sturdy chair or countertop for support. 3. Slowly bend your knees and lower into a squat, keeping heels as close to the ground as possible. 4. Hold for 10-20 seconds, then rise back up. 5. Repeat 3 and 5 times, gradually working toward longer holds. If you can't get your heels flat at first, place a folded towel under them. Over time, your flexibility will improve. Culturally, squatting isn't exercise in Japan, it's everyday life. Seniors squat to garden, to pick up objects, even to wait for buses. By making this natural position part of their environment, they never lose the ability. Contrast that with the US, where decades of chair sitting mean most seniors can't squat at all, leaving their leg muscles underused and bones unsupported. For American seniors, reintroducing squats, even for just a few minutes a day, can transform leg strength, balance, and independence. You don't need to squat for 20 minutes like Japanese elders. Just start small, be consistent, and let your legs relearn what they were always designed to do. So remember, every squat is a gift to your future self. Practice daily, and you'll be reclaiming the youthful strength Japanese seniors enjoy well into their later years. Quick challenge, try holding a squat for 10 seconds today. Could you do it? Share your experience in the comments, we'd love to know. Trick 2. Calf and ankle strengthening, heel raises. When people think about strong legs, they usually picture the thighs. But in reality, the calves and ankles are the true foundation of mobility. Weak ankles and calves make it harder to balance, climb stairs, or recover from a stumble, and that's exactly why Japanese elders never neglect them. One of their simplest tricks for keeping legs young is the daily practice of heel raises. Picture Akira, a 72-year-old from Yokohama. Every evening while brushing his teeth, he quietly lifts onto his toes 10-15 times. It doesn't look like much, but this tiny habit has kept his calves strong and his ankles flexible. Today he still hikes hills with his grandchildren and walks the busy city streets with steady steps. It's not exercise, he says. It's just part of my routine. The science behind heel raises is clear. A University of Michigan study found that seniors who practice daily calf strengthening reduced their risk of falls by over 50%. Strong calves act like shock absorbers for the knees and hips, while flexible ankles help the body react quickly to changes in balance. Without them, even a small trip can turn into a dangerous fall. Japanese doctors often prescribe simple heel raises as preventive medicine. By lifting onto the balls of your feet, you're applying gentle stress to bones and muscles in the lower legs, signaling them to grow stronger. This weight-bearing action is crucial after age 60, when bone density naturally begins to decline. Here's how you can try it at home. 1. Stand behind a sturdy chair or countertop for balance. 2. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as possible. 3. Hold for 2 to 3 seconds, then slowly lower back down. 4. Start with 10 repetitions twice a day and build up to 20 as you get stronger. 5. For an extra challenge, try doing it on one leg at a time. It's safe, low impact, and takes less than 2 minutes. Culturally, Japanese elders often weave this habit into daily routines, standing in line at the store, waiting for a bus, or brushing their teeth. By turning movement into habit, they stay consistent without ever setting aside exercise time. For seniors in the US, adding heel raises could be the easiest way to protect independence. Strong calves and ankles mean you're less likely to trip, more likely to catch yourself if you stumble, and able to walk longer distances without fatigue. So remember, your calves and ankles are your silent guardians. Keep them strong, and they'll keep you steady. Start with just a few heel raises. Today you may be surprised how quickly your legs feel, younger and more stable. Quick question: can you balance on your toes for 5 seconds right now? Give it a try and share your result in the comments. We'd love to hear. Trick 1. Green tea and anti-inflammatory diet. Strong legs aren't built by exercise alone. What you put inside your body every day matters just as much. In Japan, one of the most powerful longevity tricks for keeping legs young is a diet that naturally reduces inflammation and strengthens bones. At the center of it all, a simple cup of green tea. Meet Yoshi, an 85-year-old from Okinawa. Every morning he drinks green tea with breakfast, then again in the afternoon while chatting with friends. He still rides his bicycle to the market, climbs stairs without assistance, and enjoys tending to his garden. When asked how he stays so active, he smiles and says, "Tea and balance." The science backs him up. A Kyoto University study followed more than 40,000 seniors and found that those who drank green tea daily had higher bone density, stronger leg muscles, and fewer fractures. Green tea is rich in catechins, powerful antioxidants that protect cartilage and bones from breaking down. These compounds also reduce chronic inflammation, the silent enemy of aging, legs that causes stiffness, joint pain, and slower recovery. But green tea is just part of the Japanese diet. Seniors in Japan also eat meals packed with fish, rich in omega-3s, seaweed, high in calcium and magnesium, and fermented foods like miso and natto, which improve nutrient absorption. Together, these foods create an anti-inflammatory diet that nourishes bones and muscles from within. Here's how you can start at home. 1. Drink 2 to 3 cups of green tea daily. Steep leaves or tea bags in hot, not boiling water for 2 to 3 minutes. 2. Add calcium-rich foods like tofu, sesame seeds, or leafy greens. 3. Include omega-3 sources like salmon or sardines twice a week. 4. Try fermented foods like miso soup or yogurt to improve nutrient absorption. This isn't about complicated meal plans. It's about making small, consistent choices that feed your legs what they need to stay strong. Culturally, tea and food in Japan aren't just about nutrients. They're rituals of connection and mindfulness. Sharing green tea with neighbors or enjoying a simple miso soup with family creates not just physical nourishment, but emotional well-being. And research from Stanford University shows that seniors with strong social ties live longer, healthier lives than those who eat alone. For US seniors, shifting even one meal a day toward this Japanese-style lighter, anti-inflammatory, and paired with tea can make a profound difference. Less pain, stronger legs, more energy to walk, garden, or play with grandchildren. So remember, every sip of green tea, every bite of nutrient-rich food is an investment in your legs and your independence. Question for you: do you already drink green tea? Or would you be willing to replace 1 cup of coffee with it this week? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story.